Hello witchies! So this is going to be my first introductory video. Technically not my first, but for those of you who don't know, I used to be on YouTube from the 2009 era to about 2012-ish. In and out a little bit. But I decided to come back after quite some years. There's a lot of reasons behind that, and there's a lot of reasons behind why I initially left the community. Most of it, truthfully, is just around the fact that I'm a pretty shy person, and so it can be hard for me to be on camera or to put myself out there a lot. And in the time that I was doing YouTube, that was a little bit more difficult for me to handle than it is now. So I decided to just give it a shot and come back and share. And the reason why I want to do this is partly because I am going through a big transition, and I think that I really need the camaraderie of the pagan community on YouTube. It's hard to really be a part of it locally, and I don't really have very many friends who are pagan. So I really need that camaraderie as I've kind of molded more into my beliefs and clung more to my path with all that's going on in my life. And I can elaborate a little bit more on that later once I'm comfortable. But for those of you who do know me or remember me, hi. I decided to keep my handle from back when I initially was recording, which is Lady Lucy. It doesn't really jive with me much anymore. It's actually my gamer tag, but which, by the way, I'm wearing a Dark Phoenix shirt. You guys are gonna see a lot of nerdy shirts just because I'm a giant nerd. So, but I wanted to keep it to hopefully reach out to those who enjoyed my channel previously if they want to come back and be a part of this again. And the other reason why I am doing this is because I really want to help those people that I did help, and more people that who could potentially help with all things pagan. So first of all, this channel is going to be predominantly all things pagan, and there's going to be a mix of probably motherhood stuff too. So for those of you who are coming back to my channel and those of you who are new, where have I been the last 6-ish, 7 years? Well, let's see. I got married to the same guy I've been with this whole time. I have 2 babies, 2 boys. They are 3 and 1. So I'm a mom and kind of in the thick of it with just 2 toddlers. It can be hard some days, but those boys are incredible. So I'm probably going to be doing a lot of vlogs kind of around that nature of just being a pagan mom. And it might be... Oh, my kitty wants to say hi. Oh. Luna! Luna, say hello. She's like, no. It might be a little hard for me to make videos on a regular basis just because I have 2 young kids, and so that can complicate things, as anybody with young kids or who's had young kids knows. Sorry this video is going to be all over. I'm getting used to just being back on camera, which for a shy person like me takes a little bit extra time. So what are you doing down there? Yeah? Okay. She's a troublemaker. So I have a lot of plans for the future, lots of videos in mind. Really excited to be back. Guess aside from just where I've been and where my life's at, to give you guys kind of the basics about me. I started my channel when I was 23. I am now 32. So a lot of time has passed. It's kind of crazy. As I've mentioned, I'm a mom now. I'm married. I have a house. whereas before, when I first started my channel, I lived in a townhome with my boyfriend at the time, who is now my husband, and a roommate, friend of ours, who's still friends. My path has evolved a lot over the years, but I have been a practicing pagan since I was 15. I am originally from Seattle, Washington. I have lived over there till I was about 21, and then I left to move out to Minneapolis to live with my husband, and I've been here since I think summer of 2007. So, but I am still 100% born and bred, hardcore Pacific Northwest blooded. That kind of, like, I'm such a Seattleite. Like, I love my coffee, I love my pine and my evergreen, and yeah, so a lot of my practice is very, I burn a lot of cedar incense just because it makes me think of home. I was actually just doing it a little bit ago. Let's see. I am, when it comes to my path specifically, I have a very pantheistic look on the world, and I never thought that I would become involved with personified deity until a few years ago when it claimed me. So that was an interesting thing to come around to. That's something that I never vlogged about before because it happened after, and I can share a lot of vlogs about that in the future. I plan to. My deities that I've worked with have kind of shifted over the years. Right now, and for the last year and a half or so, Freya is my lady. She's hanging out on my altar over there, which I plan on doing an altar tour video too, because I love those. I love watching your guys' altar tour videos. I've loved them back when I was previously. So it's just fun to see what people do with their space, you know? Yeah. So I don't know if there's a whole lot else left to add aside from just rundown. What you can expect from this channel is all things pagan. I have a lot of ideas that I plan on vlogging about, some stuff motherhood too, and I love to communicate with you guys. I love to help people who have questions or anything of that matter, any video requests as this channel kind of starts to blossom again. If anybody remembers me from the old days, hello. I know some of you will. I know some of you are going to be super thrilled that I'm back because I can already name a few. For instance, Brittany, hi. She's probably going to be like finding whatever mountain exists in Florida, which I don't really think mountains exist in Florida, but like screaming it from said mountaintop, oh my god, Lady Liz is back. Okay, but and then for the rest of you that are part of the YouTube community now that I didn't get to know previously, there are some that I have been watching your videos. I've been watching Alvine, I've been watching Artistic Mystic. Sacred Seed is another really good one that I've started to enjoy. She hasn't posted in a couple of months, but she is very much Norse pagan, which I am pretty jiving hard as Norse paganism right now. So I'm eclectic. I kind of go wherever I feel the need, but I'm also really, really Scandinavian, so I always kind of knew that eventually the Norse gods would kind of want my attention, and yeah, that's definitely what happened. And I'll go more into that later. But yeah, hi guys, I'm back. Good to be back.